Hello friends, hope you all are doing great in your life. So in the upcoming 7 videos, we are going to see about the 7 stages of evolution of human consciousness. Actually, what does that mean? So everyone in this world, everyone who is taken birth as humans, everyone wants to achieve enlightenment. Even if they don't want to achieve enlightenment, the process of being born as a human, the ultimate goal is to achieve enlightenment. So everyone wants to achieve enlightenment. So how does this enlightenment happen? So does it happen like Kalidas, like he was a the day before and immediately the next day he turned enlightenment? So if I am right now in the process of enlightenment journey, am I going to become enlightenment the next day? So in the next day, if I am just going to wake up, am I going to know about everything in the entire universe, or am I going to just glow like anything? No, it doesn't happen like that. It happens clearly in 7 distinct phases, 7 distinct stages of evolution of human consciousness are there. So everything happens with the evolution of the human consciousness. Consciousness is the foundation for everything. Um, so in the 7 stages of evolution of human consciousness, we are going to see about the survival consciousness in the beginning. So before that, what does enlightenment mean? So in the previous videos also, I have clearly told in the Shiva Shakti video also, we are a part of God. So if there is an entire sea, if it takes few drops of water from the sea and throw it out, all the drops of water which I have removed from the sea contains exactly the same quality as the entire sea. In the similar way, we are also having has been an expression of the God Himself. So the process of knowing this is the enlightenment, and in this process, the whatever the thing that has helped, the process of the unmanifested absolute knowing itself through the manifested absolute is called as the evolution. So unmanifested absolute is the Shiva and the manifested absolute is the Shakti. You please watch the video for more information. Okay. So in this process, first thing is the survival consciousness. So when humans have got evolved from the fifth sense being, which are monkeys, they naturally had the qualities of the animals. They naturally had the qualities of the animals. So the quality of the animals is basically the survival consciousness. So what are the qualities of animal? Broadly, if we see what are the basic needs of human beings, it is food. Then the second one is clothes. The third one is the shelter. So animals doesn't need clothes. So their basic needs are food and water. And the second thing is like they need a good shelter so that they can prevent being attacked from the animals or the predators, because the entire animal system is based on that, right? And the third thing is the procreation. We might see it as an it as a like a very meager act, but that forms the basis. So because of the process of procreation only, the human race has evolved. If there is no procreation at all, there won't be any proliferation of the first sense, one sense organism to two sense to three sense, third sense, fourth sense, fifth sense organism. So and ultimately, human community would not even have formed, right? So it is the process of procreation which is essential. So these are the broad basic qualities. Apart from that, there are so many animal natures like attacking others and all these things. We are not going to into details of all the details of that. So we are primarily going to see about these 3 things. So these 3 things which forms the basis for the survival of the entire race, the survival which actually helped in the evolution of the human race, without which the human race would never been possible, is what is the survival consciousness. This actually forms the foundation, this actually forms the basis, actually forms the moola, this actually forms the adhara for everything. That's why the consciousness level at the moola adhara is the survival consciousness. It forms the foundation, it forms the basis for everything that is existing in this entire world. So that's why it is called as the Mooladhara. So the consciousness level of the Mooladhara is the survival consciousness. So people say Mooladhara is a lower level of consciousness because your life is just focused towards these 3 things, but definitely not. Because this forms the foundation for everything, as I have already said. Apart from that, it doesn't just lead to your sexual thoughts, because like most of the times this Mooladhara is very very essential for you to control that as well, because whenever there are enlightenment beings, you might have seen so many people uh, so many people who are evolved in their consciousness dying at a very very early age, like that of Swami, for example Swami Vivekananda. In the earlier ages, whenever people got diksha, they had a longer amount of training. Like you go for a training, you stay in a ashram gurukul for about 12 years, then you get the initiation. But these days you get initiation left and right. Yes. So because of which your energy body develops drastically inappropriate to the level of growth in the physical body. So this yama and nema and few other things are very essential to prepare this body to hold the energy which you are going to pour into it. So if the body is not prepared enough and if you pour too much of energy, the body is going to break. It's as simple as that. For example, if someone comes and asks me, so I'm so hungry, give me something. So, and for example, I have 20 liters of milk in surplus, so I don't need this. So I can give all the 20 liters of milk to them. But what happens is, like, he has 1 liter. He has a vessel which has a capacity of 1 liter. So if I pour the 20 liters of milk into the 1 liter vessel, so rest of the 19 liters are going to spill, right? But if it is just spilling, it is not a issue. But think of that as like I am putting something heavy which is like 10 times 20 times more heavier than what it can hold, then ultimately the vessel is going to break. In the similar way, if you're going to pour so much amount of energy into this body, so we need something to stabilize, which is the Mooladhara. So anyone who is not into spiritual journey, their conscious level is naturally at the level of the Mooladhara. So one thing, and the second thing, when our energies are inappropriate to the level of growth in the physical body, without the physical body being appropriately developed, we can bring our energies to the Mooladhara to stabilize the entire body, to strengthen the physical body, so that we can keep on progressing in the physical in the spiritual journey. One thing, and the next thing which I want to say is, like, let us assume, so everyone naturally has a level of their consciousness level at the level of Mooladhara, survival consciousness basically. So if a person in his entire life does nothing towards spirituality and he died, is his life useless? Not at all. Because, like, for example, I will like to um, explain these things with the help of few examples which happened in my life. So I went to a Xerox shop. Two other friends also have come to the same Xerox shop to take few printouts, right? So to take some few photocopies. So what happened is, like, in the photocopy shop there will be a window through which he will be giving the papers. He will take the printout and he will give it us to the paper. So the window will be open. So above the windows there were two pigeons which are sitting above. In Delhi there are, as you all know, there are quite a lot of pigeons which has survived all these things which have happened in Delhi, right? So but many of the people in Delhi really hate pigeons, because, like, they come and shit in their houses and they do all these things whenever you go, like the pigeon shit falls on you, because of which many of the people hates pigeons. So these people were talking among each other. These pigeons are one of the useless creatures in the entire world. All the pigeons should be destroyed from the entire world. This is what he was talking. So during my 12th standard, also my botany teacher was saying mosquitoes are one of the useless creatures. So we should develop a genetically modified mosquito, and we should make a few lakhs of that mosquito and we should release in the environment. So when they mate with the normal mosquitoes, their offspring uh, should be infertile, so that they don't give rise to the next generation. So in this way, after those few lakh mosquitoes mates with the entire mosquitoes in the entire world, so the entire mosquito race will be dead one day. So I was arguing, like, if it happens like that, the environment will become unsustainable. So he was saying, like, mosquito doesn't have any use at all unless other than spreading few diseases like malaria and dengue. So but the truth is not that, because so we think certain things are not necessary and certain things are necessary, but it is not like that. Because if the bees if the entire bee race is destroyed, the entire world will get destroyed in the next 2 to 3 days. In a similar way, everything has a significant role. If you are thinking he is a beggar, he doesn't serve any purpose to the entire world, definitely not. He has a huge purpose than we could ever imagine of. So in the similar way, if some person, if you think he has died at the level of survival consciousness without any use, still playing a very significant role in this entire world, because like he will give rise to his offspring, his offspring will give rise to their offspring, and ultimately some person in their lineage will achieve enlightenment. So which will, so if one person gets enlightened, seven generations above and seven generations below, all the consciousness level of all those people are going to be at a higher level only, for sure. Okay, so in the similar way, so they are definitely contributing a significant thing to the entire world. This is what Kaniyan Pungundranar in his poem says, "Minnodu vaanam tantuli thalai aanadu kalpuruthu irangum mallal peyyattu neervalipadum punipol ஆருயிர் முறைவழிப்படும் என்பது திறவோர் காட்சியினும் தெரிந்தன மாதிரியும் மாட்சியின் பெரியாரை வேத்தலும் இளமை சிறியாரை இகழ்தல் அதனின் நிலைமை." Which means, so there is a river, lakes, streams, ponds, wells. Apart from that, there is groundwater, there is rain, there is seawater. You can say there is so much amount of seawater which is not potable. So they are very salty. They're of not any use. We can think like that. Can we say like this entire seawater should be removed out of this world? No, not at all, because it forms the basis for the rain. So we cannot say, while there is so much of water running in the rivers, what is the use of this lakes? What is the use of this wells? They should be destroyed. No, everything has its own purpose, right? In a similar way, each and every human beings, whether they are at the highest level, whether they are the chief minister, prime minister, or whether they are a beggar, or whether they are a simple shop owner, or whatever it is, they have a significant role in this entire world to play. And everyone is at a different level. Definitely they are in the path to the enlightenment. They are at least at the level of the survival consciousness. So everyone in the, anyone who is born as the human beings is always at some stage of enlightenment or the other. This we should be clear of, one thing. And the second thing, everything which has survived to this level has been actually taken care of. We can say the strongest of the strongest creature is a lion, tiger, or elephant, or we can say the weakest of the weakest creature is ants or something like that. Everything has survived to till date. This is what Abhirami Pattar in his Abhirami Padikam says. பல்குஞ்சரம் தொட்டு எறும்பு கடையானதொரு பல்லுயிர்க்கும் கல்லிடைப்பட்ட தேரைக்கும் அன்று உற்பவித்துடு கற்பையுறு ஜீவனுக்கும் மல்கும் சராசர பொருளுக்கும் இமையாத வானவர் குலாத்தினுக்கும் மற்றும் ஒரு மூவர்க்கும் யாவருக்கும் அவரவர் மனசலிப்பு இல்லாமலே நல்கும் தொழிற்பெருமை உண்டாயிருந்தும் மிகு நவநிதி உனக்கிருந்தும் நான் ஒருவர் வறுமையில் சிறியனானால் அந்த நகப்புனக்கே அல்லவோ அல்கலந்து உம்பநாடு அளவெடுத்தும் சோலே ஆதி கடவுரின் வாழ்வே அமுதீசர் ஒரு பாகம் அகலாத சுகபாணி அருள்வாபி அபிராமி is what he is saying, which means right from the elephant to the ants, and even if it is a small toad, which means like if the toad needs, the frog needs water for its survival. During the rainy season, everywhere there is water logging, so the frogs will be there. But when there is a sunny season, when there is a, it's summer, so there is no water anywhere. So what these frogs or toads used to do is like they become very small, they decrease the amount of breaths, they go into a state of hibernation, they go inside rock crevice so that nothing can harm them. So when they go in between the two rocks, like very small crevices, so what happens is like nothing can come and hit them, nothing can harm them, their body is protected, right? They don't eat, they don't do, literally they do nothing. And after that, whenever there is rain, they come back to life. So even right from the such creatures, or even the, even those creatures which has formed now, just now, in this moment, in the womb of a mother. So right from those creatures to the entire celestial beings, to Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, for all these beings, right from the strongest of the strongest to the weakest of the weakest, everyone is taken care of by the Devi Abhirami. So that's what is the basis of the Devi consciousness, because she literally takes care of everything. Whatever you think as strongest of the strongest, or whatever you think as weakest of the weakest, everyone is literally taken care of by her. So, and apart from that, so, you know, he says like if you are literally taking care of everyone, so if I am suffering from something bad, then the chain goes on you, because like people will say like if I'm suffering, then people will say like she's taking care of everyone but she's punishing me. So it is your duty to take care of me, so please take care of me. So that's what he's saying in this poem. So so in the survival consciousness, despite having so many advantages, as I have explained, why there is a need for this survival consciousness to evolve into the next level, why there is a need for the 7 levels, so that we can see even for the survival consciousness there are few limitations which this video has already gone beyond 14 minutes, so I will try to explain this with the help of an example in the upcoming video, survival consciousness part 2. Followed by that, we will see the next level of consciousness. So all these things I have explained in my upcoming book on your first class ticket to enlightenment, 5 dimensions and 7 stages of evolution of human consciousness, and few other things I have already explained in my previous book on metabiocognitive remodulation in the light of Yoga Sutras for a life of higher possibilities. If you have not checked out, please do check out. So I will see you in one other useful video like this. So if you like this video, please do like this video. We are starting this October. We have less than 25 subscribers. So please do subscribe to the videos, subscribe to the channel. So I will see you in one another useful video like this. Until then, it's Chakra and signing off. Om Shakti.